So I woke up this morning, hence the hair. Well, my hair is always like this. I love my hair like more like this than any other way. But I woke up this morning and I realized that I've always had this thing where it's like, okay, yes, I trust that I'm covered and I'm protected, right? That's my womb. I'm not really sure where it's coming from, right? I don't know who's pulling the strings, but a part of me trusts that everything's going to be okay, right? And now I really feel like I'm in the phase of like surrender, where it's just like I'm finally in a space where I'm trusting something beyond myself. And it's not scary, actually, because I've seen it. And it also shows me how, like, I don't trust other people. I remember someone told me that I am such a guarded person, right? And I'm like, yeah, okay. No, I'm not. And they're like, no, you are such a guarded person. And I don't trust a soul. And you, I gotta have a reason to trust you. And if you want to get too close, I gotta figure out why when you don't even know me and I don't even know you, right? Like, really like that. And like, I really am like that. Where like, and that's for people, right? But I'm talking about God. I'm talking about that relationship. I saw this video the other day. I never considered myself analytical. I'm not even really sure what I know what analytical really means, besides like when I hear analytical, I just see like graphs and charts and lines. Like that's what comes to my mind. I can't really say that I know the true definition of what analytical really means, like thinking, trying to look at something. Maybe I'll look at that after this video. But the girl said that it takes them, like, you have to make sense of it, then you have to see it, and it needs to be seen. And I'm like, okay, I think, I hate social media in that way because it makes you attach so many things to yourself that aren't even really meant to be attached. But I'm like, okay, I can see myself in that way. And that's really all I have to say. I don't really want to go further. I don't feel like explaining, but that's the space that I'm in. And I also realized, like, even at work where I have to take a deep breath, like one time I had to take a deep breath and I'm like, you have to trust your coworkers. And it was just like something like bin space on a 767 where you're like, the smaller bins are on the inside. The larger bins bags, the larger bins for the larger bags are on the outside. And me, when I'm in the aisle, I'm super proactive. I'm like, hi, good morning, welcome aboard. For your bag, just know that these bins are for here and these bins are for here, okay? Welcome aboard, right? Or I'm like, oh, ma'am, can you please switch that over? Like, I'm paying attention, right? And if you don't pay attention, there's going to be a pileup of bags by the end of boarding. So I was in the galley and I'm just like, you have to trust your crew members. You have to trust them. You have to trust that they know. You have to trust. You have to trust. And they knew, and it was fine. But like, I had to tell myself, like, I don't trust. My faith was not very good, and now it's my faith is learning and growing. And also not to chase, you know. I had this mega trip, like, oh my god, worth so much money. And I was like, yes, the experience is going to be fantastic. And yes. And I literally had two dreams last night. Okay, so I had a trip, right? I'm going to try to make this least flight attendant as possible, but I had a trip, and then I swapped into another trip, right? For a better trip. And then because I got flown into my off day, they took the trip, right? Like, you don't have to work this trip. And I'm in such a transition in my life where those extra days that I now have free, I was like, oh, let me fill it. Because I told myself, like, all I have to do is go to work, right? Like, that's what I was telling myself, like, during difficult times, during times where I was unsure, times where I was afraid, times where I was overwhelmed. I was like, all you have to do is go to work, go to work, go to work, go to work. That's all you have to do is go to work. And that worked for a little while, and it's still like work, go to work. Oh God, my earring. I'm gonna try to, oh my God, and my mic. I'm gonna try to stay as still as possible. All I have to do is go to work. And sorry guys, just bear with me for a second. Okay, we're here. And so I was given these days off, right? And I'm like, no, I'm going to fill them. So last night, I had two dreams back to back that I was crying, screaming, and sweating. Because for this trip that was on my schedule, right? I was telling two people in the dream, I was like, what time is it? Oh my God, I'm missing my trip. I'm missing my report time. Oh my God, I'm missing it. I'm missing it. I'm missing it. And I was running to the airport, and I was calling my manager in the dream, and I was talking to my manager. You know how those dreams feel so real. Like, I know you guys know the dreams that I'm talking about. And I had the dream twice. So I woke up the first dream, and it was just a dream, right? And then I went to sleep and then had the same dream with a different person. And then I was like, oh my God. And then when I woke up and looked at my schedule, they took the trip again. And because it's all computerized, they didn't really take the trip correctly, right? And I was going to call and be like, listen, this is not actually what happened, and I was still legal for my trip and blah, 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 blah. But then something told me to like stop and hang up and say, not right now. Not right now. You have been working for so many days straight. You have so many wonderful things that you could be doing. You have something budding that you can tend to today that needs that you could devote time to today. You can go get your I was going to go get my nails done anyway, and I have like maybe 40 minutes. But if I was really meant to work these next 3 days, my schedule wouldn't be freeing itself. My schedule wouldn't be replenishing itself multiple times. And me, I'm chasing trips. I'm chasing money. I'm like, all I gotta do, I found this monster of a trip. Oh, it's gonna be so much money. Oh my God. And no, I have other things that I'm supposed to be tending to today. And I'm going to trust that. I'm going to trust that where I'm supposed to be today is where I'm supposed to be, and not force. Because as soon as they took my trip, I was looking for, I'll go somewhere better. That's what that means. That's what that means. No, that's not what it means. I'm reading this book called The Year of Yes. I love books that actually make me laugh and books that actually make me cry. And because as much as I love books, I hate a lot of books. Like, I only like the books that I like. I was in the bookstore, right? And I was like, airport bookstores. And if you know, I've said it before, like, I can't stand an airport bookstore, but I still go in them time to time to see. And I was scrolling through, and I was like, ugh, I hate the bookstore. Right? Like, I'm just being so honest. I'm like, I can't find that one book out of all these millions of books that are on this shelf. Like, I just, ugh. And then I found this book. I found this book. When I tell you this book, it's so good. I read it for 4 hours straight. If you know that my attention span is not really 4 hours straight. It's not. It's not. Maybe like an hour, and if it's really not grabbing me, not even a second. And I tell people that. I'm like, oh, how do you like your book? What's your book? I judge books by their cover and also by the first sentence. If by the first sentence I'm not grabbed, why would I give it a chapter? Like, people really give books a chapter, 5 chapters, and I'm pretty sure they get amazing books out of them, right? Me, first line. If I'm not captivated by the first line, you could forget it. Like, seriously, like, forget it. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I really don't. Like, I think something's wrong. No, let me not. Because this is supposed to be like, all inclusive. Everybody is right. And everybody's right in what they got going on, right? Right. Even though everybody can tell me that, no, I need to give the book 1,000 chapters before I decide that I need to close it. And that's how I got into a lot of the situations that I was not supposed to be in anyway, by reading the book for 1,000 chapters and not closing it at the first sentence. And okay. This book is so good, The Year of Yes. And you know what? This year is my yes year. I'll talk about this book in depth maybe later because I really have to go. But this book lit a fire under my behind, and I love Shonda Rhimes so much. This is a voice that I respect. That's why I picked up the book, right? Because if like it's like hate a self-help book, it's not a self-help book. It's her story. But it's like, yes, 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 yes. And it just makes you want to say, yes, 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 yes. We're going to do this. Yes, we're going to run to challenge. We're going to run to it. But this book also shows you that when it comes to her and her children, that there were these, she was such a worker. She is such a worker, a workhorse, a powerhouse, that a powerhouse is someone who literally comes into a space and turns on the switches and the machines start. That's a powerhouse. And that's what she is. And that's what I feel that I am, in the illest way. And I can't wait to see, where my yeses bring me and where my energy and where I come on and I turn on the switches and the potential of that. But she's such a powerhouse and a workhorse that she had children, and her child one day was like, she was all dressed up, about to go out, about to go, to this event. She's saying yes. And the child was like, her baby was like, do you want to play? And she took off those shoes and she plopped down on the floor, dress all big. And she was like, yeah. And then she still went to the event. But sometimes you really is saying yes to things that you just usually say no to. And today I feel like this, like, it's so crazy because I made this video and I was like, I received the yes and I have to say no. That's a part of saying yes as well. So it's all twisted, but when you get it, you'll get it. And when you run into that situation, you'll get it. But today I feel good and I have things that I have to do. So I'm going to update my journal. I'm not going to read a page of this. I'm going to go to the nail salon and get busy. Get working on the things that really, 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 are going to matter today. And it's not money. Not today. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.